Ant, you little damn ant, buddy.
You're such a nice guy, Jay Leno.
I'm bored! I'm so bored!
Why don't we go to my website?
Gentlemen, the cola is very, very good today.
You're gonna say something?
I had nothing to say. I thought you were going to say something.
I also thought you were gonna say something.
I just
Uh,
had I had nothing to say. I did no planned intro or anything. It was just like I was just like it's like I didn't have anything. Let's see if Gordon has something. And then we
nope.
just sat in silence for like 5
Yeah.
seconds. And I
Yeah.
am going to include that silence in the video. It's going to start
I
right where the Gordon starts.
I would
Welcome
hope
to the
so.
podcast.
Hi, everybody. It's televised to the TV movie story. You know that. You pressed play. You have agency. You know what you're listening to. And
Agency, unlike the character, is in this movie.
there you go. Hey, it all comes together. It's all
The
one
Fool's
big
Fire
stew.
connects us all.
Yes, Fool's Fire. His frog connects us all.
What's his name? Frog Hop?
Hopfrog.
Hopfrog.
Frog Hop. Yep. Why not? Might as well. This was the one that I really fought for this month. I not fought for. It's not like you were pushing back against it.
I've seen this movie. I know it'd be a good pick.
Yeah. But this is the one that I was like, we have, like how you were like, we have to do I'm Dangerous Tonight. I was like, we have to do Fool's Fire because I hadn't seen this. But for a number of reasons, this seemed very much up my alley. Some reasons which I didn't know until I was prepping for it this afternoon, which we'll get to in a second. But yeah, this was an interesting one. I'm ruminating on it still, and obviously we'll talk about it over the course of this episode. But I think this is probably the best thing we've done since More Than Friends.
Definitely. That's not a question.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the only other competition there is Roswell. So, and this clears Roswell pretty easily.
Of this year, like we have More Than Friends, we have Fool's Fire, and then we have a bunch of movies for me that are 3 stars or worse. Running Mates, Man Who Broke 1,000 Chains, Westing Game, Roswell, Love, Lies, and Murder, I'm Dangerous Tonight. It's all just kind of bad.
Did this go up for you on your rewatch? I know your first go around you gave this 3 stars. Did this?
Yes, I'll say that now. Love this on a rewatch.
Okay, hell yeah. Good. I'm glad to hear that because I was hoping I was kind of hoping for that because this seems like something I was really surprised seeing that 3 stars from you because this seems so up your alley to the point that I was worried I was maybe like picking something that you weren't as enthused about. But I'm very glad to hear that because yeah, this rules.
The thing about this was like I think originally it just kind of felt too slight, like too because it's only it's not even an hour long, but yeah, I was just watching in a bad mood or whatever because I really loved it this much, and I was also watching it alongside a bunch of other Julie Taymor movies, so it's like maybe I just got
that'll get you in
numb.
Yeah.
But that now this is like my favorite Julie Taymor movie, like by a margin.
Honestly, probably me too. I do love Titus. Titus is a favorite, and Frida's really good.
Frida was my previous number one.
Yeah, probably Frida objectively is better than Titus, and I don't even know if I need to couch that. I think Frida just is better than Titus. But Titus is a lot of fun. I haven't seen her The Tempest or The Glorias.
Have you seen Across the Universe?
That's what I'm leading up to. Across the Universe is terrible.
Oh, yes.
Across the Universe is really just one of the worst things I've seen. Certainly, at least in the past few years. Not a good movie. Not a good time.
You would really like her Oedipus Rex. Like,
yes, I came across that while I was looking up like where this came in her career, and that was like the next thing she did for film before Titus as her actual like feature debut, and that seems interesting because she had directed Oedipus Rex on stage, right?
Yes. Like it's a pro shot of the stage
Oh,
production, but
okay.
it's like still you would really like it.
Okay. I should check that out. I find Julie Taymor to be a fascinating figure, and this really is illuminating as to her like pre-Hollywood career because this is pre-Lion King even like this is before
Yes.
she's really made as much of a name for herself on like a wider scale, and it's a really interesting project here that I am eager to revisit again already just because I want to. This is going to be one that'll be fun to recommend to people and be like, hey, did you know this thing existed? Go check it out. It's a good time.
Hmm. Anyway,
So
rundown.
yes, just about to get into that. We are talking about Fool's Fire from 1992, directed by Julie Taymor, written by Julie Taymor, based on Edgar Allan Poe's short story Hopfrog, which I didn't know this was an Edgar Allan Poe thing. And I'm like a big Poe fan, but this was not a story I was at all familiar with. So that's fun. Well, I have a whole corner I want to set aside just to talk about Poe. The movie stars Michael J. Anderson, Mireille Mosse, and Tom Hewitt. Uh, those first two are the only two that you actually see as well. No, you see Hot Frog's family in flashback as well. But for the majority of the movie, those are the only two people you see as people. Everyone else is puppets, including a bunch of people that are mostly stage actors, but at least two names that I recognize. Harriet Sansom Harris is in this
Hmm.
as one of the puppet people, and Reggie Cathy from The Wire and other things. So that was cool to see both of their names pop up in the credits at the end there. Um, the movie premiered January 21st, 1992 at Sundance, and then was broadcast March 25th, 1992 on PBS as an episode of American Playhouse.
Yeah.
On ABC, you had an episode of The Wonder Years and Doogie Howser, MD. On CBS, you had an episode of a Randy Quaid sitcom called Davis Rules, and an episode of something called Brooklyn Bridge. And on NBC, you had Unsolved Mysteries.
So
So,
this is our first PBS movie then.
is it our first? Have we not done a PBS?
I can't imagine. Like what
Some.
else would have
It
been
feels like something must have been, but I couldn't tell you what.
like
But
most of our
like,
stuff is from like either the major networks or like Showtime or
or HBO or whatever.
yeah,
But surely something must like
like two of us was VH1, I think, or MTV. Like
yeah, I think that was MTV. Um, like not even like Still the Beaver or whatever. What was no? I guess that would
no,
have been
that was a
CBS,
major
obviously.
network.
Yeah, obviously. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, I guess looking through it, I don't see anything that jumps out to me as
like
being
I wouldn't be
PBS.
surprised if like maybe like some of the British ones like aired later on PBS, but
Yeah.
definitely wouldn't have premiered on PBS.
What was Welcome Home, Johnny Bristol?
That's a major network. That was like a movie of the week.
Yeah, but I'm trying to remember what. Yeah, that was also CBS. Okay, okay. I mean, I guess that tracks. I'm not seeing anything else that would be, but I don't know. This is also one of our few movies that we've done that doesn't have a Wikipedia page. So sourcing some
Oh,
information on this, like there's I have up the Wikipedia page for Hop Frog the story and for American Playhouse and for Julie Taymor. But Fool's Fire itself, the movie, does not have a Wikipedia page.
how
Uh,
unfortunate.
yeah. But you know, it has I got some stuff from Letterboxd and IMDb and like Julie Taymor's website, which is where I ended up watching that behind the scenes
Come
thing.
to my website.
Go to my website.
Go to my website.
Cyber Taymor. Honestly, Julie Taymor should do some sort of like cyber internet, like some sort of I don't know. I would like to see Julie Taymor's take on like hackers.
I would have liked to see her make Johnny Mnemonic.
Honestly, there's still time. Julie Taymor, make your sci-fi epic. Make it happen.
I I think that's gonna be less likely considering her last movie was The Glorias, but
Oh, I'm sure, there aren't exactly a bunch of studios rushing out to give Julie Taymor money, but they should give her a very big budget to make whatever sci-fi epic she feels like making.
God.
Um,
Did you ever see you said you didn't see The Glorias.
I did not.
I'm just on the
No.
page for that right now. I'm just like this really was like one of the biggest like this had Oscar buzz movies.
Yeah, it they haven't done that one yet, but when they do inevitably do the Glorias, it'll make a real interesting one. Look at that cast: Julianne Moore, Alicia Vikander, Bette Midler, Janelle Monáe, Timothy Hutton, Lorraine Toussaint.
Apparently Gloria Steinem as herself is in there.
It must just be like archive footage on account. No, well,
Well,
she
she's
is still.
alive,
I
and so it's
I
like
didn't realize Gloria Steinem was still alive until just now. She's 91. Good for you, Gloria Steinem. Wikipedia page doesn't list her in the cast, but maybe somewhere else does it say that she has a
it might
cameo as
just be
herself?
like a scene at the end where it just like shows her like
Oh,
looking
yeah,
wistfully or something.
like the real Dewey Cox, the end of Walk Hard. Um,
Exactly.
yeah. Well, that's also one of the things with Julie Taymor's movies. Just speaking to this had Oscar buzz. Like up until the Glorias, every single one of her movies was an Oscar nominee for costume design at the very least,
Hmm.
which I guess is only just four movies. But that we can use that to sort of jump into Fool's Fire because the design of this movie is so cool.
Absolutely
I
stunning.
really love. I mean, the puppets. We're gonna have to talk about the puppets all on their own.
We'll
Like
get
that's
to them.
yeah, we'll talk about the puppets, but like all the design, all the sets, the like miniatures when we go into that, the opening of Hopfrog's home being raided and he's running down that like bridge of roses away
The
from the
bowls being
village or
smashed
whatever.
over and
Like,
over again.
yeah, it's like it's trippy. It's really cool. I really love all the design of just like the sets and everything. But the costumes, the Jester outfit they have on Michael J. Anderson here with like the nails sticking out of the hat all around,
I didn't even
super
notice
cool.
that one.
Like it's what's on the poster of the movie
Well,
on
oh yeah,
Letterboxd
I just
is
didn't
like
notice the nails.
yeah, it's got like a metal band around the like cap of it, and there's just a bunch of like nails sticking out of it, like the heads, not the sharp bits are pointing out. And he has a collar that's the same thing. Or I guess maybe the collar is attached to
Yeah,
the
it's
hat.
part of the
It's
headpiece, it
yeah,
seems.
uh, very neat, very you know even with something like this, like the Julie Taymor aesthetic, does not go away just because it's her first movie project and it's a TV thing. Like
Hmm.
it's all there right from the start. It's really cool.
God, it like we could do a whole episode just talking about like if that was our podcast, we could spend the whole episode just going like scene by scene, looking at each individual set and like the final centerpiece, like the rotating floor and
Yeah.
everything. That shit rocks.
I love like even the final part where it's over the credits and he's
Yes, yes,
reciting the
yes.
bells and he's like in the sky holding the marionette of the whatever creature thing. Like
Like the
that's
Bone
so cool.
Pegasus.
Yeah. It's it it's just really astonishing the visual flair for something like this. Like I have no idea what a budget would have looked like for this, but it does not look cheap. It does not look like, you know, a short film episode of PBS American Playhouse from a first time film director. Like
Mhm.
this feels like a real project.
It's a real thing. And then like I I'll just say I'm mad this didn't get any like Emmy nominations or anything. It has like on IMDb, it has like one award for what the fuck even is it? International Monitor Awards for best editing. It's like what the fuck is that? Give it a real award, guys. Come on.
Yeah, come on.
Come on.
Come on, give it. Yep. Uh, no, this like Emmys for costume design, production design, the music, the Elliot Goldenthal music is really good and like tonal. And when I was watching that behind the scenes thing, like it's sort of separated out into like the sets, the actors, it's different like segments, and there's a little title card that flashes, and every time it plays like a sting of that Goldenthal score, and it's so atmospheric and spooky, and it like I don't know, this I think really gets the vibe of Poe in a way that not very many like Poe adaptations have. And I haven't
Yeah.
watched like, the what's his name? The Netflix, what's that guy's name? Who does all the Stephen King things?
Oh, Mike Flanagan.
Mike Flanagan. I haven't seen his. There was a House of Usher, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
The
I
fall.
haven't seen.
The Fall of the House of
Yeah,
Usher.
I haven't seen that. I've seen a few of the Corman ones. There's really not a ton of Poe adaptations out there,
Have you
actually.
seen the Academy Award nominated animated short film version of Telltale Heart?
I'm trying to remember if I have. I don't. I think I've at least seen part of it. I know like the image of the old man, but I don't think I've seen like the whole thing. What's your relationship to Edgar Allan Poe? Do you have like a connection at all? Are you a Poe
I mean,
girly?
I've never like had a thing. Like I've never been a person who's like, oh, I really like Edgar Allan Poe. But it's like he's of course somebody who's ever present, and it's like I've read some of his stories and poems, and I was like, well, yeah, they're pretty damn good. I think even like when I was in middle school, I even memorized The Raven for a project, but that's long
Yeah,
gone. Uh, but it's like, yeah, he's a good fucking writer. It's like, did I know that this was a Poe story before? No. Have I read it? No. But it now now I do, and it's like
yeah,
he's a cool guy. It's a cool guy.
yeah. I'm a like I said, I'm a big Poe head. And part of that comes from there's like a local theater group that I did some shows with when I was a kid, but like there was a ongoing thing every Halloween for a few years, and sometimes they bring it back where called Cabaret Poe, and it's a lot of Poe stories and poems set to music, and it's just like three people doing these skits and songs and productions. And so I know a lot of Poe through that. Like there's a lot of Poe stories and poems that when I read them to the tune of the sung through versions of them from that show, like the Conqueror Worm or I'm trying like a Mask of the Red Death, stuff like that. Um, and that's a really fun show. And so that's how I knew like when the bells and all that we see or seem show up in this movie here. I'm like, oh, I know that. That's a different Poe thing. That's not from Hopfrog. That's just sort of like integrated into the script of this, which is very fun.
Hmm.
But yeah, this is not one of the stories that's in that show. But watching it, especially at the end, you can tell, oh yeah, this is a Poe thing. I really like the way they do the ending here, which for for people that haven't sought this out, one, you should. It's an hour long. Uh, but Hopfrog is this jester who is mistreated by the king and his court, and stuff happens in the middle, and we'll talk about that. But at the end, for this big masquerade, he has tricked the king and his court into these very lifelike, quote unquote, orangutan costumes, and chain them all together so that they can scare the guests. But then when they show up, he hooks them all up to a chain that comes down from the ceiling, raises them up into the sky, and sets them on fire, and they all die. Uh,
Yay.
which very Poe for a number of reasons. One, masquerade. Two, revenge. Three, orangutans. Very Edgar Allan Poe.
Genuinely?
Yeah, the first what's it called? The Murders in the Rue Morgue. The Auguste Dupin, the detective who's like a inspiration for Sherlock Holmes. The first story of his is there's like a woman and her mother are like brutally murdered in their home in a locked room. And the answer to it all, the big twist to the mystery, is that an orangutan was brought over as like a zoo animal, and it climbed into the window and beat them to death, and then climbed back out.
That
And there was no like secret cat burglar murderer that killed them. It was just a monkey.
that's unsatisfying, but I think that also might be the point.
It is. There's a lot of historical debate over what that story means, and we don't have to get into it now. But it was fun that like to get into this and be like, oh, he just like had a weird fixation on orangutans, I guess.
He
Like,
likes the monkey.
yeah, yeah. There you
Woo,
go.
woo.
Exactly. That's the sound they make. That's what it sounds like when there's a monkey. Um,
I can't believe I just did that.
well, there you go. I mean, the original title of the short story is Hopfrog or the Eight Changed Orangutans, or chained, not changed.
Yeah.
So it's
There,
it's enough
there
of a part of the story
we
that there you go.
it meets the title. There were in fact eight chained orangutans.
Yep. And there was also a Hopfrog.
And there was a hopfrog,
It's the guy. It's the Jester.
which great
Hopfrog.
name by the way, as is
Yeah.
Trippetta.
Yes. Love those. Love them both. Really great performances from the two of them.
Yes.
Michael J. Anderson, obviously, the reason we watched this for this month here. But Mireille Massé, who I didn't know before this, apparently she's in City of Lost Children, which I haven't seen,
Mhm.
the Jean-Pierre Jeunet movie, and she's been in some other things. But
I've seen Swimming Pool, but I did not remember her in it.
right, yeah. No, I was very happy with both of those performances. I was not going into this expecting this to be like a performance movie so much as like a visuals movie, but I thought they were both very good in it.
Hmm.
Nice to hear
But
Michael J. Anderson talking like normal, also,
what? Why is he talking like normal in this?
because he's not doing the backwards talk thing. Like, like I haven't seen like Carnival or whatever, but I really only just know him from Twin Peaks. And
Oh, I thought you were asking like why, but why isn't he doing the backwards talk in
no, I was
this?
saying it. I was saying it's nice that
Okay,
he's. It's
okay,
nice to see a performance from him where he's talking like normal.
yeah.
Because I don't know, good actor.
Like I'm trying to
Maybe
think what else I've seen him in outside of Twin Peaks
I
stuff.
mean Mulholland Drive, but well, is he doing a normal voice in Mulholland Drive? I can't remember.
I don't know. Apparently he was in Mannequin 2 on the Move, which
Sure,
good
there you
for
go.
him.
Good for him.
Not
But
really because
also,
that's a terrible movie, but
well, I mean, he maybe doesn't seem like the best guy, but
oh yeah, I have heard
all
about that.
the Twin Peaks stuff where there was pay dispute about him showing up in the return. And so he went on a tirade about like, oh, David Lynch is a murderer and a cannibal and a pedophile. And Twin Peaks is his admission of all of that. And also he is allegedly very Trumpy, Michael J. Anderson. So,
Oh,
oh
he's
well.
still alive. I didn't even
Yeah,
realize.
yeah.
Oh,
But he's very good in this.
well, congratulations, Michael J. Anderson. We've done an episode on you. Now
Yep.
you can not be mean to us.
Yeah. Oh, he's in Tiptoes, I guess. I'm
Yeah. There are a lot of dwarf actors in that.
There
And
are
but then it's
also
just there's so many in that, and yet you still have Gary Oldman on his knees.
yes, there's also a lot of red hyperlinks on his Wikipedia filmography.
I
So not a lot of movies out there. I
I
do really want to watch Carnival. That's a show I have really been wanting to get into, and I just have not found the time for it. But like that show seems really cool.
mhm. I love when they have like red hyperlink specifically on Wikipedia is very funny to me. Like just because it's like they expected this to have a Wikipedia page, but either it got removed or it just never did. And so it's just like whatever the TV show Maggie from 1998 was that was supposed to have a Wikipedia page, but doesn't. and he was in the episode Kaboom.
Yep. He's only in 4 episodes of Twin Peaks, which feels crazy. Like
It
that feels like
it makes sense when you watch Twin
it
Peaks.
it does, but like it that character feels like he is in a lot more of it than he is. And one of those 4 episodes is just like 3 seconds showing up on the bed after or right before Josie turns into a doorknob.
Exactly. And
Like,
like that was my main surprise like when I actually sat down and watched Twin Peaks was how little they are in the Red Room. It's just like
yeah,
because it's like you get the bit in episode 3, I think. And I think
that
there's a
sounds
little
right.
bit in the pilot, but then it's like nothing till the very end.
Yeah, yeah. It's so weird to think about like the things that are only really a part of season 2 that feel so much a part of the lore because it really feels like season 2 is so detached from all that. But like the owls are not what they seem is a season 2 addition to the show, which is crazy. Um, but and he also has a slightly bigger role in Fire Walk with Me, so it's not like that
Yeah.
character is totally condensed to those brief moments in the show. It's just one of those things where like the iconography is so outsized to the actual presence, like the log lady, also not really a major player over the course of the show, but like one of the more iconic characters from it.
Yeah. But it does
Uh,
help with the log lady that she like there are those like intros that she did for
right.
every
Yes. There's also,
episode.
yes, I forgot about that. But
Which randomly today, a friend of mine was just like, have you watched the Log Lady introduction videos recently? And I was like, no, not since I watched Twin Peaks. It's like, give them a watch today if you feel like it. And any reason why might have some more wisdom to them today than a year ago. It's like, what are you talking about? And this was specifically in response to me posting about the cheese riddle hot dog.
well, maybe the log lady has something to say about cheese riddle hot dogs.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm scared, Gordon. The cheese riddle is ruining my life.
And you didn't even do it for this episode. So,
I didn't because I was at home today and I didn't want to go out and drive to get the stuff for a hot
oh,
dog. I have American cheese. I just don't have the hot dog stuff.
you told me that you couldn't today, and it's just that you didn't want to.
It I was
It's
sleepy, Gordon.
it's just that you didn't. Okay,
So like
okay, I see how it is.
I was up till like 4 in the morning last night and then
Not editing the
I
podcast.
shut up. Uh you don't know my life.
I
But
don't.
then got woken up at like 7 because of my dogs. And then it wasn't until 9:30 that I realized I had to do the podcast. And it's like at that point it was God, it's been a rough morning and I didn't want to I couldn't both didn't want to and also just couldn't add the cheese riddle hot dog on top of that.
Well, as your
But
punishment, you got to do it on mic next time.
I will do it on my like I told you my plan and I will follow through with that plan. But the audience will not know that plan until it comes to fruition.
Well, they're gonna know it now because it's on mic. But
Well,
let's
I
talk.
didn't say
Let's
the
talk.
plan. I just
Let's
said it's
talk
gonna
about.
happen.
Let's talk about Fool's Fire, the
Let's go
movie.
back to Fool's Fire.
Let's
Yes.
talk about Fool's Fire. Let's talk about the puppets.
Let's talk about the gross fucking puppets.
My first note that I have in my notes is these puppets are vile.
Like when when we first see the puppets, like we get that close shot on the king or whatever, like my first thought, even though I've seen this before, it's just like my first thought looking at it, it's like, oh, this looks like bad CG. But it's like, no, it's
Yeah,
just that vile of a puppet and also that low quality of an upload.
yeah. But they're effective because they're bad puppets that are supposed to be bad puppets. Like,
Well, yeah, they're not bad puppets, they're
no,
just
no, they're
vile.
yes, not bad puppets in that they are poorly made. Bad puppets in that they are disgusting looking. Um, just like real. What's that one? Uh, British show that is a British TV show puppets.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Uh,
Spitting Image.
yes.
They look like spitting image puppets at
They absolutely
times.
do. I was thinking that, but could also could not remember the name.
The other one that I thought of, did you ever watch the HBO family kid show Crashbox?
Never heard of it.
Okay, look up Crashbox Revolting Slob.
Okay. What a is Crashbox one or two words?
Two
Revolt
or one.
I
Either way it
looked up
works.
Crashbox and the first thing was Revolting Slob.
Yeah,
Oh, fun.
yeah. It was one of those guys.
It looks like if they made Bert a human.
Bert.
The Muppet.
Oh, no, it doesn't. Not
It
even slightly.
it, it
Or
looks
is
like
it just because of the unibrow?
it's just because of the unibrow.
Is
But
okay.
also more genuinely, it looks like if they brought what was it? One of the Garbage Pail Kids to life. Even though it is
Yes.
still a
Yeah.
puppet, but it does look like they brought him to life
Yes, exactly.
and let him
Um,
age.
a lot. Garbage pail adult.
A garbage pail adult has to pay his taxes.
Yes. But yeah, no, the puppets here, really great work. That was one of the things that the that behind the scenes video goes. It's the first thing it goes into is like they made all the puppets out of clay. Like they molded the faces and then used that to make a mold. Then they made it out of like foam. Uh, but it they just look so gnarly and disgusting and like just lifelike enough that it's not like you're not just watching puppets being puppets. They're like they have enough, emotion and movement that like it really does feel like you're transported into this world of puppets and not just watching a puppet show. They feel like living, breathing creatures, and it's very fun and sort of repulsive to watch at the same time. But it really they're grotesque by design to the point that they're atmospheric. It's very atmospheric to what they're trying to achieve in the story of making these just repulsive, slobbish, aristocratic heathens.
Mhm.
I love the scene when they're all sitting around talking about food and
Yes.
they make it sound so disgusting the way they talk about it. It's like so gluttonous and just like something about it is just so stomach churning.
And I didn't realize that one of the quotes I wrote down, it's like I didn't realize that Peter Jackson took inspiration from this movie when it came to like writing Lord of the Rings because got this line here, shoot it, skin it, chop it, boil it, serve it, eat it, and it's just like that's basically what Samwise Gamgee says about
Yeah,
potatoes.
pretty much exactly the same
Except you
thing.
don't shoot or skin. Well, you do skin potatoes, but you don't shoot potatoes.
Yeah, you can if you're crazy.
Not just if you're crazy. It's like but if you don't shoot potatoes you're going to eat. You shoot them to watch them explode.
You don't know my life. Um, but no, I thought that was a really fun sequence that like I don't know. It's
A,
grotesque.
a good chunk of this movie is just watching the evil puppets be evil.
Yeah. And like be sort of lecherous, gross heathens talking about food. And is there any point where they get like overly sexual? It feels like there should be like that degree of lechery from them, but I can't
Yeah.
think of
Yeah,
any
they
specific
don't really
moments.
like because they don't ever really sexualize Trippetta that much.
Yeah, she's just a sort of object of like beauty that they can sort of knock down in the same way that they knock down Hopfrog,
Hmm.
just to like as like a power trip more than anything else. And like the king like splashes water in her face or something like that. But uh yeah, they get into a food fight at the end of the food dinner scene.
Hmm.
That's fun and gross. Um, as speaking of gross moments, there's the point where the one of them is talking about like why geese are the best to use to wipe your ass because it makes your asshole like feel the best and it cleans your colon the best or something like that. There's some whole thing where one of the puppets is like gloating about wiping your ass with a bird. which is like, again, just like you, that's not what I was expecting going into this. But it feels right for the like vaguely medieval surreal puppet world that we find ourselves in.
hmm Um, uh, dinner that ends without cheese is like a beautiful woman with only one eye.
I didn't write down any quotes from this, and I feel well. I did write a little bit, but
Those were
like
the only
when,
two quotes I wrote
yeah,
down. But it's
uh,
just like most of this, I was just kind of like locked in, just like
yeah,
in awe of like the whole, just
scope of
everything.
it, yeah, yeah. This is I'm surprised we've talked as long as we have, and even then we haven't talked that long. But just because I ended up not taking very many notes because I was just watching it, and it's not one of those things that you can like really sit down and take notes on because it's you're just really there to let it wash over you. It's much more experiential than like something that you can really dissect in that kind of way. Uh which maybe not maybe doesn't make for the best podcast episode.
Yeah.
But truly, just go out and watch it. It's a recommend. And this probably is going to be an even shorter episode than usual because one, it's a shorter movie, and two, all that stuff. Like, there's not a ton to get into. And we
Yeah.
we can talk about Trippetta, who we haven't really
Yeah.
mentioned all that much.
Yeah, but it is just kind of like it is just one of those episodes where it's like we do really like the movie, but also there's not much to get into. It's just like it's just a cool movie that exists, and we love it,
Yeah,
and we want
yeah,
you to love it too, you out there.
yes. Go watch it. It's on YouTube. It's also on Julie Taymor's website or some website that has like a. It's not any better quality than the one on YouTube, uh, but
Yeah, it's I I really want to get like a DVD of this or something. Like maybe it's only available in like shitty VHS, but still, it's like I feel like I want to get this as in as high quality as possible. There needs
yes,
to be a
this deserves.
restoration of this.
I was
Like,
just about to say this would make for a real like you could get this on Criterion, no problem. This feels like it would make for a good Criterion. Like I don't know if they do a lot of like films this
I
short.
I feel like what it would probably be is like they do like Titus or something and then release this as like a bonus feature on the Titus Criterion.
That would make more sense. But it should be there. They should do it. It's
They
good.
should.
It's a good movie. It's a very
Anyway,
good movie.
Trippetta. Um, let's talk about her.
Yeah. Do you want to get into that?
I mean, what is there to really get into? Like her first scene is her being brought in a cage, which with the cloth wrapped around it, it kind of reminded me of the fucking explorers from Dune, specifically David Lynch's Dune,
Yeah.
like the whatever they're called, the travelers or whatever. But then it's like the the curtain is removed and it's like it is this really gorgeous like dance scene that she has. It's like with of course a fantastic costume on these like weird like I think they're fingernails. I think that's what she has, just like long white fingernails that she like uses to do the cool dance. And which like immediately great introduction. Immediately want the best for her, and of course get disappointed when her entire rest of her role is just like her suffering.
Yeah. But
But
she does get away in the end,
it,
at least.
yes, and she gets God, I didn't write anything down about it, of course, because I was just locked in, but it's just like she gets this really beautiful moment where it's like she gets like a monologue or something. And
Which
it's
I
just
think is all that we see her scene. I
yes.
think that's when that comes in. She at least gets part of that. But I'm pretty sure she gets or that's not it's called a dream within a dream. That's just the one of the lines in it, and that I that's the line right before dream within a dream, but the poem is a dream within a dream.
Okay.
But looking at it now, it does look like yeah, that's what she gets. That's her monologue that she has there, and it's done very. She's got a very nice accent. Her sort of like
Mhm.
not quite French. Maybe it is just French. I don't know. But it makes her lines very uh, compelling.
Mhm. What'd you think?
Huh?
What'd you think?
Oh, I thought she was great. I thought she was really good. I like even the moment of her pleading for the king to stop like beating up on Hopfrog. There's a lot of anguish in that voice. There's a lot of passion. I maybe would have liked more between the two of them,
Yeah.
because a lot of their scenes are like separated from one another, and they're sort of lamenting that. But I really liked her. I
Yeah.
thought she was very good.
And like one of their few scenes together, it's like he's like cleaning her up, and then it's just like, and then it's like, okay, we have to get back to our jobs. It's like it's not very romantic or anything. But it's still really good.
It, it was very sweet. I liked them both quite a bit.
Yes. Oh, I had something I
Um,
wanted to say. Oh, like I did just really like the idea of like the themes of the story, how it's about like when you yourself are like in a position where you're suffering, it's like you feel like it can be like you're feeling like you deserve this, or like it you don't like want to take the steps to like rid yourself of the pain and suffering, but the moment you see somebody else in that same situation, or somebody you care about in that situation, it's like I'm going to do anything I can to get back at those who are causing this. And it's just like it's a really fun type of story.
yeah. Check out, by the way, the Wikipedia page for Hop Frog, the short story. There's some really good illustrations off to the side,
Hot
mostly
Frog.
of the bit at the end where he chains up all the king and his men, and sets them on fire.
Hot Frog's
Um,
last joke.
yeah, that one where they're all sort of burnt to a crisp as they're hanging up above, over the crowd is really good.
Hmm.
Um, and then the one at the end, or near the bottom of the page, where they're just in the court and it's Hopfrog and Trippetta in front of the king, and they're all sort of laughing at them. Very
Hmm.
cool. Very cool.
They make
It's,
they make Hot Frog look real evil looking in this.
I mean, he does eventually murder the king and his men, so he's, you could say, the villain of the story in quotation marks, even though he's not. But like, I don't know. Yeah, it could have done better than that.
Hmm. What a great movie.
Yeah. Oh, was this his last short story?
Was it?
The I He died in 1849, and this was published in 1849.
I feel
This was
like that.
published in March of 1849, and he died in October. And just the infographic, or not infographic, the like, what do you call that? The like the table at the bottom of the page that has the sections, in the section on short stories. This is the last one. Um,
It seems to be his last short story, but maybe not his last piece of writing. Like you do have
yeah,
other 1849s, like
yeah.
Annabelle Lee
The
and
Bells,
The
Bells, and Dream
Lighthouse.
Within a Dream are both 1849 as well. The two that are in this, elsewhere. El Dorado, also 1849.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. Well, it was one of his last writings. Interesting.
Mhm.
Uh, there you go.
There we go. How long have we even been recording? Like, has it been like
Not even 50 minutes.
okay? Oh, okay, though. That's more than I thought. Or that's
Yeah.
as long as I was really hoping, like not to be like a 30-minute episode.
No, yeah. We got some stuff in there. I like very early on when he's brought into the court, in like the first scene of that, where the king is telling him, "Oh, we have this duke coming. You need to prepare the best jokes for us." And he puts on a little show where he like jumps up into the sky and then pretends to fall through the ground, but actually that's just his shadow. And he does a whole Punch and Judy thing and then rips his own head off and throws it into the crowd, but it's just a fake head. He's like choking himself, and it looks like the hands are coming up from, under the puppet box, and there's someone else's hands, and then they rip his head off and he throws it out, and then he pops up and he laughs, and that was fun.
Hmm.
He's a good jester.
Oh, he's It's like if it wasn't against his will, I would like to see him perform.
Yeah.
I feel like I guess we don't really know anything about his personal life before being, kidnapped and tortured, but I wonder
We know he
if
has a
like
family that
I
he
mean more about like what he did before he was a jester. It's like
oh
was he still
yes.
a type of entertainer or was he just like a guy who like worked I don't even know what, like just farmed.
Yeah.
Do you want to get into our like last bit, like talk about next month?
Oh yeah, we do still have to do that on this episode, don't we? Yeah.
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 Yeah. All right. Uh, so next month is another guest month where we have five lucky friends of ours who like we sent out golden tickets and everything, and these are the five people.
Oh well, it's an all listeners month is the thing. Is
Yes.
we're bringing in all people that either occasionally or often listen to the show. So that's the resounding theme for
So,
this month of guests.
so if you're listening and you aren't part of this lineup, make yourself known because we just don't know you listen to the show.
Yes. Do you want to start off with the first one since it's
Yes,
your friend?
because it is my friend. It's my friend Zara, who is almost certainly going to be listening to this specific episode because she
Hello.
she loves Fool's Fire. She loves Julie Taymor stuff. Uh, and yeah, and we are going to be doing The Librarian Quest for the Spear, which she has been begging me to watch ever since she got on her Noah Weil like obsession. And it's like
That's not how the name's pronounced.
I do not care.
That's
I
gonna
know
knock
it's
some points
pronounced
down for you.
I know it's pronounced a different way, but I did say it that way to make her upset, and I will
Well,
do it
there you go.
throughout the episode as well.
Well, there you go.
There we go. Um, but yeah, Librarian Quest for the Spear, like it's a trilogy of TV movies, and also got turned into a TV show. Hope it's good. Zara really loves it, and she's really scared I won't like it.
Only time will tell.
Uh,
Uh,
you go ahead and do the second one.
the next episode we have a favorite listener of ours, frequent commenter on our episodes, which that's all it takes to get you on the show proper is to comment a lot, make yourself known.
Mhm.
Jason, frequent commenter Jason, still don't fully know how to pronounce that last name,
It,
Simon or Simone.
I'm
Probably
pretty sure it's
Simon.
Simone.
Okay, well, we both just confidently said different pronunciations, so we'll find out. But Jason is coming on to talk about Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, starring Vanessa and Lynn Redgrave as the Hudson sisters in that from 1991, which seems very interesting. Very excited for that one. Very excited to have Jason on the show.
Absolutely. Like I cannot wait to hear like his thoughts about our TV movies live.
Yes, exactly.
Uh, our third episode is going to be with Christoph, another not only frequent listener but also frequent guest on both of our prior podcasts.
And previous guest on this one.
Oh yeah, previous guest on this one because we had him for a million game, and we have another a German movie from him, a Rainer Werner Fassbinder TV movie called Martha, which I have seen, and I will not say my thoughts on it because we'll talk about that later this month.
I have not seen it, and we will talk about it later this month. That is correct.
And I'll let you
Uh,
handle the last two movies because
yes.
they're both your purview.
Yes. Our next guest is Frank of the Whatever Happened to Betty and Joan, and I don't remember the name of the Fade Runaway series. Sorry, Frank. It's Frank. Frank Calvillo, who we were both on his Betty and Joan show to talk about a couple Betty Davis and Joan Crawford TV movies. I've been on that a couple more times. He's been on my show a couple times. And we are doing Bad Ronald. The I don't know much about the movie. It's a horror movie, right? Something
Yeah,
like that.
it
Yeah.
definitely seems like it.
Seems very interesting.
Yeah, thriller
Seems like a
horror
good one.
drama.
Yes. Talking about Bad Ronald with Frank there. And then the last one for this month, we're having my dad on to talk about Brian's song, one of the very big notable TV movies of its time. A very I have not seen it, but he has. He saw it when it came out on TV. So that'll make for an interesting conversation. I don't know if we've had that many cases of that where either we or a guest has watched the movie in its initial broadcast, but that'll make for an interesting conversation with my dad on Brian's song.
Yeah, like I'm looking, it's like maybe it's just Cheetah Girls 2 where we've had somebody involved watch it
That
live.
sounds plausible. Yeah.
Like I'm looking at everything else and everything just seems like yeah, it wouldn't have been live. But but yeah, and and so it's like maybe we should have him like see if he can remembers everything else that was also airing
Well, he wouldn't
in
know because he was what
1971.
he wouldn't know because he was watching Brian's song.
Maybe he memorized the TV guide because he loved
I
Brian's song so much.
I doubt it. But that's our march.
That's a march.
The Librarian, Quest for the Spear, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, Martha, Bad Ronald, Brian's song.
Yeah, four of them have character names in the title, and one of them's the librarian.
And the Librarian is his
Job.
not just like job title, but like it's like a mythically bestowed title or something like that. Like the Librarian is like a I don't know. That's just I think that's the case where it's like some sort of ethereal guardianship that he is granted. So it's not just he's a librarian; he's the librarian.
I would not know because I have not seen it and have not listened when Zara has told me about it.
Well, aren't you just a good friend, huh?
I'm such a good friend. Hey Zara, when we do our episode, tell everybody how such a good friend I've been for the past 9 years.
There we go. That's our episode for this week. That's the end of our Twin Peaks month. Thank you all for listening. I don't know why I'm doing a real outro.
Yeah, I was about to end it right there, but it's like, no, you started doing an outro. So it's like, okay, do the outro,
Well,
bitch.